and North Melbourne there on the bottom. Bernie Quinlan, 9 magnificent goals yesterday, moves on to 79, well clear of Tony Lockett.
From Princes Park. And there's a bit of a dish up behind play on the left half forward flank. Blackwell going in, so too is number 8 for Essendon, Clark.
There's 2 of them there, Pete, look at it.
And players coming from everywhere, but players started, and the fights are still going on. What a sensational start here at Princes Park. And players coming from everywhere. It's all in Donnybrook. Oh, goodness me. There are fights everywhere.
Oh, golly, Madden and Jones are having a terrific go there too. There's plenty of fights going on. Well, I don't know who started it, Pete, but it may be a diversion tactic by Carlton to upset the Bombers who've had the wood on them since 1980. Oh, golly, what a start to this game. What a sensation.
Well, that started before the centre bounce. Play started. I don't know who got the kick out of the centre, and the crowd really revved up here as well. Now, what will be the decision there? Because I was distracted by the fight. What are they going to do? Will it be a free kick? Were any numbers taken? I didn't see any. Duckworth being spoken to by umpire Robinson. He's got the book out, it would appear. Whether Duckworth is the reportee or whatever, I don't know.
I'd say the reportee, Pete, because the umpire certainly, I don't know he'd pick any players out to report, because at one stage there must have been 15 or 16 players in that bit of a melee.
Now, the 2 umpires are conferring.
Well, this is one of the most sensational starts to one of the top games of VFL football I've seen for a long time.
I think they're conferring what to do about the ball, because the umpires, I think, are a little bit confused like we are, so it will be a ball up, it would appear. Left half forward for Carlton, and so the game virtually starting again at the 2-minute mark. Get a gold medal in the boxing. Knocked down by Jones. Now the umpire's found a free kick. It's going too big. Wow. That pleases the Essendon supporters below us.
Of course, wow, Jones and Madden were having a ding-dong struggle there in that wrestling match going on there at the start of the game.
Jones, left half forward flank for Carlton, has a long shot at goal. It's going pretty close. In fact, it's just off the hands for mine. Might be a free kick to Essendon. And the free kick will be taken by Weston. Weston at full back. Brings the ball towards the defensive side of the ground. Walsh got 2 hands to a great mark for mine. Walsh just about best on the ground last week. He and Merv Neagle played fantastic games out at VFL Park against Geelong. Walsh has got a 15-metre penalty. Walsh from right half-back flank. Beautiful kick. Down to right half forward. Van der Haar comes in. Gets collared by Harms, and it's on again. Oh, it's going to be a real Donnybrook here before too much longer.
Well, Van der Haar goes for the long kick up there towards Ezard, and the ball is out of bounds in the first round of this big battle here today.
Good choice of words, Lou, I think.
And by golly, what a fight it's been here from the start. Well, I don't know whether Carlton are using new tactics or Essendon thought they'd try another way to defeat Carlton, because they haven't beaten them. Carlton haven't beaten Essendon since 1980. Ball knocked out again. A chance for Baker, got one in the back. And the umpire was quick to pick that one up. And the free kick will go to Baker about 45 metres out from goal. What a sensational start. I've seen some great starts in grand finals, but this has topped them all up, Pete.
Certainly has.
There's the kick on its way by Baker, right across the face of goals. There's Danaher flying, couldn't hold the mark. Buckley swamped, they grab him, down he goes. They pile in, look at him going in. Oh, you wouldn't want to be out there for $1 million. Well, I've changed my mind there. $1 million have changed my opinion on that. And there's Blackwell, he was in the first wrestling match. As the ball goes down there to McConville, punched away by Duckworth. Down goes McConville. And this is a real pressure game. It's on for young and old. Picked up there by McSmothered. And the ball comes back to Bahajar. He's been out for a while. Back to Big Wow Jones, and he gets the ball back there now to Buckley. Buckley shrugs his opponents off and goes for the long kick, but it's a bad one. Back there towards centre half forward. It beats about 5 of them. This allows Clark to pick it up. A long hand pass coming out to Nanell at half. He's out there at half back, goes for a left footer back towards the centre of the ground. And once again, it's Wow Jones. And of course, he was into a bit of trouble there with Matt at the beginning of the game when they all got mixed up there. Hand pass coming over to English. The ball back there towards centre half forward. McClure gave his mate a push in the back. And there'll be a free kick there to Big Merritt.
No doubt about that.
So it's Merritt to take the free kick at centre half back.
Merritt looking for a 15-metre penalty, and he's got one. Brings him up to right centre wing. There's another whistle behind play. It's Bradbury this time getting into it.
And Hunter. Oh, golly, is this going to be a wrestling match or a football match?
Harms takes the ball in the meantime from centre half back to half forward. It's Marcoux. Marcoux's gone for a pass, trying to find Madden. Madden in the goal square, can't get there, but it might be a free kick. It's touched through. We'll have to wait on the decision. It's back further at centre half forward for Carlton, the decision. And it will be going to Essendon, I fancy. Now let's see who's going to get this kick. Bradbury has it. He was in that fight. Bradbury's kick dropping a little bit short. Up to centre field. Dool. Short pass, Bahaja. And Bahaja takes the mark. Bahaja out to right half forward. He too has gone for a pass. Dool in front. Could have got one on the shoulder against Danaher. That's how the umpire's seen it. No doubt about that. Dool readjusting the headband. Dool at left half back flank. McClure was the flyer, couldn't bring it down. Bahaja put his head down, out to Buckley. Buckley from centre field, looks for the hand pass. He's well shepherded. Glascott, Ashman, back to Glascott again, runs into trouble, shrugs Merritt. Short ball up towards full forward. Madden is there. McConville roving forward, picks it up on the boundary line. Collard still in play. Weston, Duckworth caught. Good hand pass out of trouble from Duckworth onto Bradbury. Oh, played well by the Bombers. Bradbury's kick back towards the square. Dean is there. The flyer is Jones. Can't take the mark. It's an Essendon grab for mine. Free kick, says the umpire. A high tackle. It will be going Essendon's way, and the free kick will be going to Danaher. Sensational start to this match at Princes Park. Bahaja, free kick, too high. And Tony Bahaja, 4 kicks so far. Short pass out to left half forward. Harms is there, and Harms takes the mark.
Great mark to Wayne Harms. We're gone at 7 minutes, I should say, and no score as yet by either side. Oh, what a game this has been. The football hasn't been the greatest, but by golly, the boxing and wrestling's first class. Back we go to the centre of the ground, and a good mark there to Merritt. Nearly copped one from McConville. It'll be a 15-metre penalty against McConville. This guy's pretty tough too. He takes advantage of that 15-metre penalty, goes for the long kick up there towards the full forward. But great mark to Simon Madden. And he's only about 35 to 40 metres out from goal, directly in front. And a chance to put the first score on the board for Essendon. There it is again. A great mark by the big ruckman for Essendon. The kick on its way. There it is. And that's a goal. So the Bombers off to a great start. 1 goal, 6 points for Carlton yet to score.
Our TAB Footy Bets competition is next on Sevens Big League. Then it's back to the fiery clash at Princes Park.
How many medium-sized cars do you know weigh in below the $8,000 mark? Not Camaro, not Sigma, and definitely not Corona. But look at Nissan Bluebird. For a strictly limited period, Nissan Bluebird sedans are priced from just $7,990. Weigh it up for yourself. At this price, Nissan Bluebird is Australia's best value medium-sized car. See your Nissan dealer now.
Come alive, come and drive Nissan.
Nearly 2/3 of Australia's oil and gas comes from Bass Strait. Oil is part of almost everything we use, from the boots which stop our feet getting cold, to the flask which keeps our coffee hot. It gives us something to sit on and keeps us switched on to the world. To save importing oil, Esso are exploring for and developing oil and gas in Australia, both of which are vital in making products we all depend on.
There are few biscuits worthy to be called classic. That's why only your special favourites go into Arnott's classic selection. Naturally, the Scotch finger, and, oh yes, those luscious shortbread creams. Butternut snaps made with creamy butter. Monte Carlo, a long-time favourite. And home-style Maryland cookies. Ah, Kingston. You'd have to include Kingston. Classic selection. All your special Arnott's favourites in the one pack.
Tonight,
How can two weddings some quarter of a century apart be the root of all evil on the island? That's the question puzzling Bergerac as he's led on a trail of assault, blackmail and murder. Bergerac following the professionals, 9:30 tonight on 7.
It's time for our TAB Footy Bets competition now. If you've taken out a TAB Footy Bet, have a look at the ticket and the time in the top right-hand corner. If it's 13:57, then get on the phone quickly and dial 268-2265 right now. 268-2265 if the number on your ticket is 13:57, and you could be $250 richer with the compliments of NEC. We'll be announcing the winners a little bit later on during the program. Let's go back to Princes Park now, and we pick up the match at the 12-minute mark of the third quarter, and it's Essendon leading by 13 points.
By golly, it's one of the toughest games I've seen for a long time here. Princes Park. Flying high was Malin over the top of Hawker. Malin spins out of the pack with a hand pass back to Glasgow. He goes down. They collar him. Top one on the head. He'll get a free kick. Another box on, is it? Well, this seems to be the normal
Harvey's
thing.
gone twice now.
Harvey gone again. He's having a bad day, young Harvey. That's the second time he's been reported, I would say.
He'll learn.
Free kick going to Glasgow. Well, the boundary umpire's got him too.
Well, Glasgow was reported earlier, Lou, I think, in another scuffle with Harvey. So those two have certainly been going at it hammer and tongs all day.
Would you say that Glasgow's been reported too, Pete?
Yeah, they had a box on earlier.
I know that Harvey went before. I know about Glasgow the first time. That could be a bit doubtful, but still.
Well, they both had their numbers taken, but who's the reportee or the reporter will wait later on.
Busy night next Monday night at VFL House as the ball goes up there towards that half forward and up the top of the pack. Coming into meter is McClure. Kicks the ball back there towards the full forward possession. They go for Blackwell. A hand pass. It's too long. He looked there for English. Missed him, and Marcoux tried to grab it, but the ball's out of bounds. It's about 15 metres around from the Carlton goal, and they're trailing by 13 points as we approach the 14-minute mark of this third quarter. Ball knocked out. Actually, Madden got it down, but not a good knockout. A bit of fumbling going on by both sides. You wouldn't be out there for $1 million. Umpire will ball it up about 10 metres out from the Carlton goal. Well, it's been on from the word go here, from the first ball, even actually before the first bounce. There was about 5 of them, or 6 of them, wrestling all over the ground as we see Ashman get it back to Mail, and a snap at goal. And the result is a goal. That's his second, and the score now, 9 goals, 761 Essendon to Carlton, 7 goals, 12-54.
2 goals to Phil Malin. That was a fine snapshot. Equaling one at the same end by Frank Donnell of Essendon earlier in the game. Good hand pass by Ashman, but an equally good kick by Phil Malin, and he's pretty happy about it. Fine shot at goal, keeping Carlton within striking distance of league leaders Essendon here at Princes Park. On 7's big league, 7 points the difference after that goal to Phil Malin. Plenty of players going in solidly. There's Malin there again, picked up by Buckley. Again a short kick down to half forward, and standing his ground Duckworth, and he's played a great game. Short pass by the Essendon fullback out to Williams, who seemed to have his number taken earlier too. And Glasgow tackled well, beautifully holding the ball. And the free kick to go to Williams at right half-back flank for Essendon. As Lou said, it's going to be, or it looks like being, a busy night for the tribunal on Monday. Jones goes the spoil, punches it down, went past Ashman. Bounce up centre wing, says umpire Robinson. 15.25 minutes gone in the term. Well, it's had everything in this match. Some good football, some high marking. We've had a couple of cloud bursts and plenty of fights as well. Malin, short kick, knocked away by Marcoux, picked up by Van der Haar. He's lost it. In goes Montgomery. Baker in there to back up his Essendon teammate. Just about comes out with the ball. The umpire said holding the ball. He had no chance at all. Essendon fans understandably not happy with it. Buckley out the half forward. Great mark taken by McConville. McConville right forward pocket, about 35 metres from goal, but as you can see, pretty close to the boundary line. McConville yet to score a goal today. 16 minutes into the third term, McConville has a chance to bring Carlton 6 points closer. The goal umpire doesn't move a millimetre, 4 points, and McConville puts through his first. What a game, 1 point the difference.
Is that ad finished?
Almost.
Sure you got the price right?
Yeah.
But you've put $9,999 on every Chimera in the ad.
Yeah.
But this one's got air. That one's got a 5-speed box, and this one's a wagon.
Well, it's a one-price Chimera sale, isn't it? Look, you can save up to $1,168 plus the $250 government rebate.
Yeah?
Yeah. Check out the $9,999 one-price Chimera sale at your Lion-Hearted Holden dealer. Roar in today.
New Aero Bar takes the goodness of milk and bubbles it into milk chocolate to give you a deliciously different, smoother, melt-in-the-mouth experience. New Aero Bar, the aerodynamic taste.
A day in the life of a custom-toned kitchen.
Oh, I love the new kitchen. Isn't it great? Custom Tone designed it just the way I wanted it. There's so much storage space. It's so easy to keep clean too. And they had some really nice styles to choose from.
From around $2,500 to $6,000 at a Custom Tone showroom near you, or phone for a free quote. Custom Tone, heart of the family home.
When we hear about pedestrians being hurt on the road, we tend to think of them as young and careless, old and slow. The truth is, though, that each year in Victoria, over 1,000 alert and agile people are seriously hurt or killed simply because they take unnecessary chances nearly every time they cross the road. And when many of them choose to take that one chance too many, they're so close to a crossing that a few more steps could save their life. So always take the time to take those few extra steps. Use a crossing.
16.5 minutes have gone now. 1 point the difference only in our match of the day from Princes Park. Essendon still in front.
Centre bounce. It'll be Jones against Simon Madden. Knocked out by Madden. There's a chance now for Carlton to get the ball clear. Dean kicks it off the ground, but it ricochets back towards half-back. Finally picked up now by English. Carlton looking a lot better now. McClure flies high, couldn't take the mark. Melbourne snaps the ball up, he grubs, he runs into trouble. Now it's McClure's turn. Goes for the long kick towards McConville, towards the goals. The ball punched on by Duckworth. Madden with a snap, but he's up target. Doesn't make the distance. Up goes McConville, couldn't hold the mark, and it's forced through for 1 point.
Scores a level.
Oh, golly, is this pressure football. 61 points apiece. Just on the 17.5-minute mark of this third quarter. The ball back into play again. This is real grand final stuff. As the ball comes down to Donnell, he's having trouble picking this up at half-back. Gets around Blackwell, not got him by the foot that time, but he's clear. Boots the ball back towards the wing position. Up goes Danaher, couldn't hold the mark. He's had a bad day today. Baker comes in, couldn't get clear. Walsh falls down, they pounce on him. In goes Marcoux, still a bit of a scuffle as Glasgow tries to get it out. It comes out to Dill, taps it on to Reid. Kicked off, oh, nearly kicked the hand off Dill that time. Walsh, and the free kick will go to Dill. Played a great game, Dill. Good pass too, and Marcoux got the mark out there at half forward. That could be Blackwell. I'm sorry, I thought it was Marcoux. It's Blackwell. Kick by Blackwell's a long one to the goal square. Madden in front of the back is Simon Madden. The ball is finally forced through, and Carlton are in front. 62 plays, 61. I think that's the first time Carlton have been in front for the day. That's at the 18.5-minute mark. So the Blues are not going to lose this match unless they go down fighting. Ball out wide towards Danaher again. Missed that one. As I said before, hasn't had a great day. Dill's had him pretty well covered, and the ball is forced out of bounds. Terry Danaher's only had 4 kicks for the match, and that just shows you the effectiveness of Bruce Dill. No better defender in the business. Well, there hasn't been for a long, long time as Glasgow picks up the ball now from that knockout from Jones. Up towards the full forward position. Madden couldn't hold that one, lost sight of it. They pile in there. It still comes out to McConville. It'll be a goal for sure. So there's 7 points in front, and that's his second. And the scoreboard on the big league is 9 goals, 761 Essendon to Carlton. Now in front, 9 goals, 14-68.
Priority check-in. Priority baggage. Flight Deck Club. Economy that feels more than economy. The only business class in Australia. first-class luxury and legroom. The special care and attention, which is perhaps why more people fly TAA. And why TAA is Australia's leading airline. Fly number one. Fly TAA, the friendly way.
There are few biscuits worthy to be called classic. That's why only your special favourites go into Arnott's classic selection. Naturally, the Scotch finger, and, oh yes, those luscious shortbread creams. Butternut snaps made with creamy butter. Monte Carlo, a long-time favourite, and home-style Maryland cookies. Ah, Kingston, you'd have to include Kingston. Classic selection, all your special Arnott's favourites in the one pack.
In tomorrow's Big Sunday Press, don't miss the Olympic special featuring top cover for the climax of the LA Olympics. There's a full preview of the marathon that Australia hopes will bring gold to Robert de Castella. In Sunday Press Footy Extra, John Anderson gives an insight into Mark McClure, the next man to reach the league's 200 club. And there's good news for Chloe, the immortal nude of Melbourne's Young and Jackson's Hotel. A Sydney composer has written an opera about her. Read all these stories and more in Sunday Press, Sunday's best paper, out tomorrow.
All is not roses for Bodie when he falls in love, for it has far-reaching effects. A past relationship that means water under the bridge for Susan. For Bodie, it spells very real danger. Explosive action in The Professionals tonight, 8:30.
At three-quarter time, Carlton led by 18 points. We rejoin the match now at the 2-minute mark of the final term.
Ball kicked high, didn't travel the required 10 metres, thumped away by Howe, picked up by Meldrum. He gets it over to Harms. Harms is clear in the left-back pocket, and he should clear for Carlton.
That's a good clearing kick by Harms. It comes down now to Marqueux. A quick hand pass over to Buckley. A great third quarter. The ball off the side of the boot. It'll be okay. There's Mark McClure playing a top game today as the ball goes. Well intercepted by Duckworth. Duckworth goes for a short kick. It's okay. It's picked up by Elshaw out there on the centre wing position. And the Bombers swing back into attack now. Punched out again by the Carlton defence, picked up by Harvey. Out wide towards the forward pocket. Thompson grabs it right on the boundary line as a quick snap at the goals, but it's finally forced out of bounds. Well, Merritt was well covered that time by Howe. I think it may have been Howe that punched it out. So it'll be a throw-in right against the point post, and they're trailing by 18 points, Essendon, but kicking with the breeze this last quarter. Knocked out by Reid. Hawker can't get clear. Down goes Howe. They pile on top of him, and the umpire, I think, will ball this up for sure. It'll be a ball up right against the point post, about 5 metres out from the Essendon goal. They're 9-9 to Carlton 11-15. Into this quarter by just over 3 minutes. And this could be the first time that Carlton have beaten Essendon since 1980. There's Dean, missed that one. Walsh has a go at the goals. He's got it. So it's a goal. The Bombers bouncing back. 11-15-81 Carlton to Essendon 10-9-69. The difference now only 12 points. We watch that again. A bit of a scruffle goes on. Dean couldn't quite get a good kick. Walsh snapped it up beautifully. And he's played a fine game today, Walsh, for Essendon.
Played well last week too at VFL Park. And that was his first goal of the game. 12 points the difference now. 12 points in it at the 4-minute mark of the term. Knocked down by Simon Madden. Malin over to Harms. His kick is a short and high one. Downer at the back with the spoil. Just about got it to the back of McClure. The umpire rules play on. Kick smothered from Reid. Knock on by Buckley. Opens it up for Blackwell. Blackwell at the point of the square. Shrugs one tackle. Puts in a short pass. Duckworth is there, and hasn't he played well for Essendon? They love him in Bomberland. Duckworth around the boundary line. Good play. Onto Bradbury. Bradbury in turn, back to Donnell. Donnell at left centre wing. Essendon swing into attack again with the breeze. Howe will go the spoil. No, he doesn't. He doesn't quite make ground. Hawker just about pinned. Threads his way through. He's well shepherded. He's gone for a pass. They could have rattled that. There were 4 players there, and Williams marks in front of goal.
Great play on the part of Hawker that time. Had plenty of players to kick that one, but centred it. He spotted Williams from the very word go. He got the ball and right down his throat, Peter.
So Essendon's second goal coming up if Williams is accurate, and that will make it 6 points only. So Carlton's lead very quickly being eaten into. He's gone for the right goal post. Goal umpire does not have to move. 4 points. Williams puts through his first goal. 6 points the difference at Princes Park. Well, what a game.
Well, it certainly bounced back pretty quickly. That breeze must be fairly strong out there too, Pete.
I think it's picked up a little bit since three-quarter time. We watched that again. Hawker, I think it grabbed too high, but the umpire didn't pay the free kick. And a good mark by Williams. 5.5 minutes gone. 6 points the difference now only in favour of Carlton. Knocked away by Madden, picked up by Ashman. His kick down towards half forward, thumped away by the Essendon defence. In goes Ezard. The Bombers have lifted their game after a tongue lashing from Sheedy at three-quarter time. Harms off the ground. That's gone about 40 metres. Duckworth misses it. Here's a chance for Madden. He's got the hand pass to Marcoux. He steadies into the pocket. A left footer. Hunter, collides with a teammate. Oh, goodness me, and a chance for Essendon to clear the ball.
And it comes out now from Duckworth to Bradbury down there in the back pocket. Duckworth playing the game of his life. Finally out wide, Walsh. Oh, great mark. Well, this fella's been criticised for getting a game by the Essendon supporters, but the last 2 weeks, he's certainly been a great player. And Kevin Sheedy, I know, is stuck with this fella, would be very, very happy. There's the kick by Walsh across the centre half forward. Madden flies, he's got the mark. It's only 6 points the difference, and we're only 6.5 minutes into this last quarter. And Carlton started off with an 18-point lead in this last quarter. Can the Bombers hit the front again? This kick could make scores dead level. There it is on its way. It's a magnificent kick. It's a goal! And scores at dead level. What a game! Oh, this is grand final stuff. And we had a great start. 11-15-81 to Essendon 12-9-81.
3 goals to Simon Madden, and Essendon have levelled the scores, and it's taken them only 7 minutes to do it. At this rate, they'll win by about 5 or 6 goals. Look at that mark again. Great grab to the Essendon ruckman, and he capped it off with his 3rd goal.
Back in the centre again. Scores dead level. Grand final atmosphere as the ball is punched out by Madden. Over to Walsh. He's grabbed but still gets a kick. Marcoux fumbles. He goes after it again. They upend each other there, and the umpire will ball it up down towards Essendon centre half forward position. The Bombers really bouncing back. Scores dead level. 81 points apiece, and what a game.
Bounce down, still inside the centre square. Walsh off the ground. Well, luck going Essendon's way at the moment as it's snapped up by Elshaw, but he played on foolishly when he wasn't clear. And this allows English to get the ball back towards the centre circle. The high flyer was McConville. Couldn't complete the mark. Socket off the ground by Donnell. Madden is there, who kicked the last goal. Just a little bit further out this time. Howe and Merritt out of bounds. So a boundary throw in right forward pocket for Essendon at the 8-minute mark of the quarter. Merritt to do the ruck work with Justin Madden. Jones coming off and Corkamila's on for Carlton. And once again we'll see a bounce, still in Essendon's attacking zone as the ball has been for most of this final quarter, and we're just past the 8-minute mark. Knocked down by Justin Madden. Most untidy football, and again a bounce is the end result. Still only about 30 metres from the Essendon goal. Knocked away by Merritt, picked up by Walsh. He's kicked a goal in this final quarter. Buckley's kick is smothered. Reid, playing his 100th game today, marked by Harvey. He shoots. Essendon are in front of it to score. It's out of bounds, so still the scores are level. It's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will be taken by Dool.
Well, young Harvey should have gone back for his kick then. He had plenty of time. There was no one within cooey of him, Pete.
9 minutes gone. Dool keeps it on the defensive side. Oh, Madden's the flyer. Push out, though, says the umpire. I think you saw that one pretty clearly.
No doubt about it.
And the free kick goes to his brother, who's got a grin from ear to ear. But I wouldn't be grinning at the moment, Justin, because the opposition is coming home pretty strongly. He's got the free kick anyway. And the two brothers bring in the action. They've kicked 5 goals between them. Justin Madden's kick up towards centre wing. McClure dropping back, takes the grab. McClure, right centre wing for Carlton. They badly need a goal here to steady themselves after leading by 18 points at three-quarter time. McClure looks for Hunter. He's got it. And the Iron Man of Carlton comes back again. Hunter's kicked 2 goals. He left the field in the 3rd quarter to have, I would think, his forehead stitched after a nasty clash. He's 35 metres out, directly in front. It's close. It's there. It's a goal. And Carlton bounced back through Ken Hunter. 12-15-87, 12-9-81 Essendon.
people's idea of National in the kitchen stops at microwaves. Oh, thank you. I mean, I wouldn't be without my genius. But what about National's new food processor? It does more than anyone. And National blenders, mixers, juicers, rice cookers, toasters, dishwashers, even vacuum cleaners. Other people just make appliances. National puts friends in your kitchen. My kitchen wouldn't be complete without National.
From National.
Switch on, new Ford Spectrum.
It's a new dimension in family travel.
Switch on, new Ford Spectrum.
Luxuriously appointed, 5-speed economy, a swiveling seat. The style, the space, the luxury of optional air conditioning and a cool box.
New Ford Spectrum.
It's a luxury way to travel today from Ford. Switch on to new Ford Spectron.
You're doing a lot of scratching there, Ron. I've got an itch to be rich, Jack.
In True Scratch It Rich Bingo, there's $50,000 to be won.
That's better than making the finals, Ron.
But you've got to get Truth this week. Scratch It Rich and you can win the $15,000 super prize.
Well, don't sit there scratching, Ron. Tell them where to play.
In this week's Truth. For Truth, Scratch It Rich Bingo!
Inside the wheels of your car, your brakes are working hard, but little things do go wrong. Fluid leaks, parts wear out, overheating occurs. Your brakes become less efficient. Every brake system needs a Payton's Brakes checkup every 6 months to find the little faults before they become big ones. It's only $6, and it's good to know your brakes are safe. Payton's Brakes are the brake specialists. We have been for a long time. Check in for a checkup. See Payton's Brakes for clutches too.
Melanie and Tom are the best of friends. They do everything together. Well, almost everything. They were the best of friends until they fell in love. The premier romantic comedy, The Best of Friends. Your Sunday movie, 8:30.
Back to the final quarter now at Princes Park. We're 18 minutes into the term.
In front, Hawker. The two number 33s do battle. McConville was there. Thompson fires it out. Here's another go for Donnell. He's got it onto Baker. Baker sidesteps. Caught. English has got him. He's put it through for a point.
It'll be a free kick to Baker, I'd reckon, round the shoulder, Pete. Got him right around the neck.
So that score won't count.
There was no doubt about the free kick. Full marks to umpire Robertson. Watch it again. He's collared him. Got him around the neck.
Too high.
Hal.
That was the free kick. Baker would have to, I would say, fall over to miss it. He's only about 10 or 15 metres out from goal.
Well, if he misses this, don't go back in the dressing room after the game, Pete. I'd hate to face Sheedy if you missed this one.
Well, I'm not kicking it, Lou.
Well, I'm talking about Baker. It'll make it a point the difference.
A goal. It'd be level if he kicks it. He's got it. Scores a level at Princes Park again. 2 goals to Baker. Sevens big league scoreboard. 89 points each of 2 at the 19.5-minute mark.
Well, that was a great goal and a pressure goal kicked by Baker. Grabbed too high that time by Hal. He allowed for the wind beautifully and it brought it round and right through for a goal.
On Sevens big league, 19.5 minutes played, scores a level at Princes Park.
Centre bounce again. Merritt against Justin Madden, knocked out by Merritt. Blackwell's down there. The umpire will ball it up again at centre field. 89 points apiece. 13-11 Essendon to Carlton 12-7 at the 20-minute mark. So Carlton haven't won it as Welsh goes the big tap on down towards centre half forward. Thompson's grabbed. He goes down. Down goes English too. They pile on top of him, but he'll get a free kick. He grabbed when he didn't have the ball. And English from centre half back. Not a great kick, but it's okay. McClure playing a great game. 2 over to Glasgow. Now the Blues swing into attack. A long kick down there towards Hunter and Duckworth. Punched away by Duckworth. Again by Weston down there. Picked up by Duckworth. He's played a great game too as the ball comes back towards the wing position. There's a beautiful mark taken there by Baker. Goes out wide. He's found a lead here. Could be Thompson or Elshaw. Elshaw's got it. 2 of them there. And Elshaw, as Pete said, a long kick, and I should imagine he'll go for the long kick down towards the full forward position. In front is Madden. He's got the mark. He's grabbed it. That's the way to play the game. When you've got a mark like Madden down there, go for the long kick, and Madden went after that, even though Hal went the punch. The big fella grabbed that as he fell to the ground. He's only about 20 metres out. He's already kicked 3 goals. Into this quarter, just over the 21-minute mark. This goal will put him 6 points in front. Interchange. Coming on the ground is Dean. And going off was Montgomery. Waiting for Madden to have this shot on a bit of an angle. Kick on its way. A left footer. And it's a goal. So Essendon hit the front again by a goal. The scoreboard, 14-11-95, Essendon to Carlton, 12-17-89. 21 and a half minutes gone, Pete.
4 goals to Simon Madden. It was a great mark. Let's watch it again in replay. Howell with the punch. And 6 marks to Madden. Drifted out of the game, I think, in the 3rd quarter, but he's certainly come back with a vengeance here in this final term. On 7's big league, 6 points the difference in favour of Essendon. 22 minutes have gone.
Centre bounce again. Can the Blues come back? Knocked out by Justin Madden. It's a ball kicked up there by Ezard. Out there to Vander has been very quiet. Dool upended him. Dool crashes through the pack. They collar Dool. He can't get out. Found the ball driven up there by Thompson up towards the full forward position. But there's Wayne Harms to take a great mark. Down there in the back pocket. He goes across goal. Will this be dangerous? It's okay. Buckley's got the mark and a free count there at the centre half back position. It was a dangerous kick by Harms.
Buckley trying to get clear. He'll have to go back. He was well over the mark when he grabbed hold of the ball. No doubt about that. And the umpire correctly ruling that Buckley has to go back to centre half back and take the kick. Time on being added. Well, maybe Carlton have run their race. Essendon have certainly looked the better team, kicking with the breeze in this final term after Carlton led by 18 at 3/4 time. Down to half forward. McClure couldn't take the mark. Corcomelis goes down. Picked up by Waterson. Back to centre wing. Dool again. Best on the ground. Dool fires in a 20-metre hand pass, but Ashman was covered by Waterson, holding the ball. A correct decision. Good tackle. Waterson at left half-back flank. Essendon steadying in the crisis. The Bombers really the team to beat for the flag now. It's a mark of Van der Haar, and they'll be 2 games clear after Hawthorn going under to North Melbourne today.
Haven't won it yet, Pete. We've still about 7 minutes to go.
I think Essendon have got him, Lou. Van der Haar at left centre wing. He's for a short pass. Was trying to find Walsh. The ball knocked into the open spaces. Ashman, short ball up towards half forward. Meldrum is there. Knocked away cleverly by Clark. Back to Danaher. Danaher shoots it out to Williams. Essendon running. Williams at right centre wing. A short pass down to half forward. Baker couldn't take the mark. Harms is there for Carlton and backs up well. Harms looks for a lead. Malin can't take the grab. Walsh off the ground. Good play by the tall Essendon player. Elshaw in the pocket. Centres the ball. McConville there again. Over to Harms. Carlton defending desperately, but they can't score. Ezard at half forward. Oh, 55-metre towering punt kick to Madden, and he hits the post. That's a mark.
A great mark. It was a gutsy mark too. Watch this in replay.
Watch it again.
Oh, that was a towering mark.
Yes. Carlton supporters not happy with the decision being given a mark, but I don't think there was any doubt about that at all. That Madden has the chance to bring up goal number 5 and put Essendon 2 goals clear.
Great mark.
Simon Madden, about 20 metres out from goal at most.
And going for goal number 5, Pete.
It's play on. He shoots. He's got it, I think, for mine. It's a goal. And the Bombers going right on with the job here. So Carlton still can't beat Essendon. 15-11, 101 to 12-17, 89.
7's Big League is part of the 1984 Nissan VFL Premiership season.
No further goals were kicked in the match. Essendon finally went on to win by 12 points after trailing at 3/4 time by 18 points. And the major goal kickers in the match today, first of all for Essendon, Simon Madden. He finished up with 5 goals, always dangerous, especially when he was resting in the forward pocket. And Carlton, Ken Hunter was their major goal kicker, and he finished up with 3, despite missing a lot of the game, owing to a gash on the head. In the stats department, Essendon on top in kicks, marks and hit-outs. Carlton had more frees, handballs and shots at goal. After the match, I went into the Essendon rooms and spoke first of all to a very happy coach, Kevin Sheedy.
I felt that we answered all the challenges that were thrown up today, and I was terribly pleased with the way our players kept working at their game, and with their aggression at the ball and so forth, and I felt that it was a good, strong win for Essendon.
Were you surprised the way the game started?
Oh no, I think that we, as I'd mentioned to the players before the game, that you know, it's sort of a finals type football, and I explained to them that they had to be prepared for anything that would happen before the game, at the start of the game, or during the match. And I'm sure that I felt that our players handled the situation very well, and I felt that we will become a better and stronger unit because of it.
And a welcome visitor in the Bomber rooms after the game was full forward Paul Salmon. Paul is now back on his feet after a knee reconstruction operation following the Collingwood game in round 13.
Got the cast off during the week, and I've got this pretty noticeable brace on at the moment for a few weeks, and then I'm on my own again.
What did you think of the match? From a commentator's point of view, I was glad I was on the other side of the fence.
Well, listen, I thought I was only 19, but I tell you, I felt like 40 up there today. It was pretty hard. It was a great game to watch, though. I would have paid for today, so
you would have been very proud of the boys?
Oh, excellent. It's unbelievable. I mean, it just goes to show we're a completely different side this year. We'll fight it right to the end this year, and that's why we're going to win the premiership.
And who would argue with him after today? Let's check the winners now in our footy bet competition, and two viewers, richer by $250, Mr. G. Bridgeland of Kew and Mr. P. Roberts of Reservoir. Phone account time now, and if your TAB phone account number is on the screen, there are 8 of them there. Take a good close look at them, and if yours is one of those, telephone 268 2265 right now, and you could also be amongst the prizes. We'll be announcing the phone account winners a little bit later on during Seven's Big League. And of course, all prize winners go into the barrel for some great prizes at the end of the year, headed John Deeks by.
It's the GL manual Pulsar hatchback from Nissan, powered by a sporty 1.5-litre engine with 5-speed manual overdrive. The Pulsar GL hatch offers a standard of motoring unparalleled in any other small car, and $10,000 worth of magnificent NEC products, including television, audio, video and microwave ovens, in the end-of-year footy bet competition. NEC, your future in home entertainment.
You're watching Seven's Big League. We'll be back with more action in just a moment.
Sandy Roberts takes a look back at the round 9 teams of yesteryear, and Peter Lang looks at the Fitzroy Collingwood clash, next on Seven's Big League.
Westpac announces the world's first national electronic banking system. A vast network of electronic terminals and bank branches that gives you the choice to do your banking where and when you want to. A system that is soon to be installed into over 1,000 service stations and supermarkets. All you need is just one card. The card is the bank, and the bank is Westpac.
A little more than a year ago, things weren't sounding too good in Australia. There was industrial conflict, economic recession, high unemployment and inflation. Then, with the Accord, the government and the unions started to work together, and we've all learned to cooperate. And there's been more industrial peace, economic growth, more jobs, falling inflation and harmony. The result is a better Australia. Help get that way by keeping to the Accord.
Inside the wheels of your car, your brakes are working hard, but little things do go wrong. Fluid leaks, parts wear out, overheating occurs. Your brakes become less efficient. Every brake system needs a Payton's Brakes checkup every 6 months to find the little faults before they become big ones. It's only $6, and it's good to know your brakes are safe. Payton's Brakes are the brake specialists. We have been for a long time. Check in for a checkup. See Payton's Brakes for clutches too.
Which 2 to 3 tonne truck in Australia today is not so squeezy? On the load, on power, and of course on comfort and room.
Okay, which one of you blokes parked his canter in my spot? Nice truck. Oh, you can park here anytime. Not so squeezy, eh?
Not so squeezy Mitsubishi Canter. A better run for your money. It's another Mitsubishi truck.
It's live football action Sunday when Carlton take on Essendon in round 19 of VFL football. With the finals only weeks away, both coaches will have their eyes on this week's reserve game. A crucial game for the Blues. The Reserve Cup live 2:05 Sunday, an exclusive to 7 Sport.
Still to come on Sevens Big League on this round. Collingwood versus Fitzroy, Scott Palmer, Melbourne versus Footscray, and Stephen Phillips takes a look at North Melbourne's big win at the expense of reigning premiers Hawthorn. Sevens Big League for the best in top VFL action.
And welcome back to Sevens Big League. Round 19 certainly provided some action today. Let's go back seasons past now and check on some of the action in, well, earlier seasons. And Sandy Roberts has it all for us right now on Sevens Big League.
Thank you, Peter, and good evening. Well, round 19 is certainly a memorable one for many people, including, Peter, one of our co-commentators. Let's get straight into it now. On this day in 1970, that Peter McKenna kicked the first of his hat-trick of hundreds. He brought up the ton with 9 against Carlton in his side's 77-point win. The Blues' score of 2-12 that day, incidentally, was their lowest against their bitter rival since 1903. On the same day, Huddo, Peter Hudson, kicked 6 against South to take his tally to 122. Melbourne took the 4 points against Geelong with a 10-goal win on this day in 1971. And stalwart Ray Biffin earned another 4 after being found guilty at the VFL tribunal. Elsewhere, Big Carl was casting his giant shadow with the mark of the day. That was against Collingwood. Just as he did 2 years earlier, Peter McKenna brought up his century with 9 goals in round 19, and the year, 1972. While Macca was enjoying the limelight, it was the spotlights for Don Scott, Vin Waite and Sid Jackson. Scotty got 2 weeks for striking Roger Dean, Vin Waite 3 for striking Barry Breen, and Sid was let off on a kicking charge. Top team Richmond had to work hard to beat Hawthorn by only 5 points on this round in 1973. The big rewards were still to come for the Tigers. Bottom side St Kilda had some revenge in 1980 when they upset second place Geelong in the turn-up of the year. The game was played at Moorabbin. Lethal Lee was exactly that at Hawthorn this day in 1982 when he demolished Collingwood with an 8-goal bag. It was a day for milestones in 1983. At the MCG, little Kevin Bartlett became the first VFL player to notch 400 games. It was a sour day, however, as the Tigers were beaten by the Magpies. And across town, Bernie Quinlan celebrated his 300th game with 5 goals in Fitzroy's huge win over Melbourne. But for poor kicking, that saw him kick 8 behinds, he might well have kicked his 100th goal for the season as well. Around features this week, the goal kickers. Now back to some more of today's great action. Here's Peter.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, 2 weeks ago, to suggest that Fitzroy could make the 5 would have brought sneers from most football fans, but successive victories over Hawthorn and Melbourne suddenly put them back in with a chance, albeit a slim one. With Matt Rendell and Bernie Quinlan back in sparkling form, they kicked the sweep last up, so supporters journeyed to VFL Park this afternoon, certainly full of hope. For Collingwood, a win to them was vital. If they were to pinch 3rd spot from Carlton, their cause not helped, naturally, by the suspension of Jeff Rains during the week. Against that, they had regained the services of Ricky Barham and Peter Dacos. Tonight, we pick up the action at the 10-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. The Lions in front by 34 points.
They're playing in front, showing more desperation and also marvellous discipline. And Gary Sidebottom would probably be just about one of the best on the ground, certainly the best big man. Gets underneath a drop punt, hoists it in towards full forward. The waiting down is Wilson! Great goal! There Lindsay laughed off the pack. And as the rain starts, Wilson hears the call of Bob Skilton. Make the most of it while you can.
It's a lovely piece of gravy. On Sevens Big League, we watched Gary Sidebottom put the ball high on replay. Up go the pack. Thumped away, and look at that. Great football by Gary Wilson. A magnificent goal.
8-9 to 2-5. The margin, 57 to 17, so it's 40 points. And Collingwood came out here today confident of 3rd spot. Fellows.
I thought Fellows should have got this free kick that time.
Not to be. And another bounce. Still in the middle, Bobby.
Big Fellows just can't believe it. Fellows gets the tap. It's taken by Carlson. Hooks the ball down towards the forward area. McCormick gave the call but missed the mark. It's almost done. He's picked up by Quinlan now. He's took just too long, has he? He hooks it, and it's through for 1 point. McCormick used his body beautifully to get to that mark. He called to his teammate in Michael Taylor, who did leave it, but then McCormick just couldn't quite take it. David Tooming will be the player to put the ball back into play. It's the lead from Mullane. It goes long, looking for Phillips. It's Phillips and Sidebottom. Sidebottom gave away a free kick there as Phillips caught one too high. And so Phillips will take the free kick across the half-back line. Greg Phillips wobbles a kick forward. Matt Rendell can't take the mark, but gives the hand pass. Runs past Gotch. It's picked up this time by Pert. The high kick from Pert. It looks like a magnificent goal! Gary Pert, what a ripper!
Try that one on for goal of the day on World of Sport. 9-10 to 2-5. Good night, Collingwood. And Pert hooks it over his shoulder. 90 degrees without question. It was Rendell who got the handball away. It went past Gotch, intercepted by Pert, and look at this swinging back. A 90-degree turn to put it straight through the middle. His second. So, centre bounce once again. What can Collingwood do? Trail by 46 points. Still in the middle. They've got their skipper on the sidelines in Mark Williams. Osborne gets a hurried kick towards Gotch. Lending support is Wilson. He's good at this, just paddling the ball along in front. But how's the recovery? Not good enough as Taylor sockers it back towards the centre. Taken by Carlson, who loves the wet. Puts it out wide to his teammate in Pekin. He steadies with the handball. Now the opportunity for Turner to send them up towards Quinlan. Can't make the mark, but they've got the players waiting down. Bradley shoots and he goes! Easy as you like, 3 in 3 minutes. And they're on fire, the Roys. This is Fitzroy of last year, 10-10 to 2-5.
After sailing with a big crew like this, you've got to be able to turn out hot meals in a hurry.
You can cook the dinner.
That's why we can't do without our Rankarina microwave oven from NEC. It's bigger inside than most of the others, and it cooks fast too. Rankarina microwaves, big inside to cook a big Aussie meal.
Lovely, John. Done very well.
Believe me, we know some pretty big eaters.
Rankarina microwave ovens.
From NEC.
Now, automotive technology reaches new heights. This is the car with electronic cruise control that computes more power when you need it. Computer-controlled suspension for more stable cornering, less body roll. Even electronically controlled exterior mirrors. The extraordinary, fully imported Mazda 626 in sedan, hatchback and coupe. Mazda leads the world.
I just came back to complain about the brake service you did.
If you want to be sure your brakes are working properly, come and see me. I'm a Shell Auto Care dealer. This month, you get an 18-point brake inspection and service for just $9.50. The work is done by independently tested and accredited mechanics using the most up-to-date equipment. And the job is guaranteed in writing. When you need a brake service, get it done right the first time. Come to Shell Auto Care.
As Australia began to grow, so did the demand for Violet's delicious Violet Crumble, that true crumbling honeycomb in a delicious chocolatey coating. There was so much demand that... What?
Gold?
The craving for Violet Crumble led many early sets astray. Sometimes it just has to be Violet Crumble.
Fighting the odds in a tough man's world, Cagney and Lacey. There's a cop killer on the loose. It'll take everything to get him. Lacey's got a family that needs her, and Cagney's got problems with her macho colleagues. Cagney and Lacey, hard-hitting drama, 8:30 Monday on 7.
Still in the third quarter at VFL Park. We're 17.5 minutes into the term.
Depending, of course, on how other teams perform. But on this display, One could not question their thoughts. Here's the throw in again. On the attack side of centre for Fitzroy. Rendell playing in front. Osborne trying to push it away, but Banks thwarts that attempt. But it's the little men. Look at them scoot away once again. Firing up towards Bradley's at the back. He's got it. He goes. He's done it. Well, you can see him sitting there just waiting as it floated into the big fellas. And Gotch again, waiting behind. So thoughtful and appreciative.
The replay shows Turner breaking away, puts the long kick. And if we watch the square, we see Bradley Gotch waiting at the back and how quick he was to get ball to boot. A left footer, a natural left footer, just got it onto the right foot. Great goal, Bradley Gotch. 78 to 17. 61 points, the margin in favour of Fitzroy. Rendell and Fellows. Fellows wins a tap. It's taken by Neville Shaw. He loses possession. It's picked up by Banks. Banks hooks it down towards half forward, peeking out in front of Richardson once again. Played excellently. Tim Peakin. Too high for Rendell. It goes over the line. Phillips and Turner of Collingwood couldn't gain possession, and so a throw in on centre wing, members' side of the ground. Almost 19.5 minutes into this third term. Rendell, Tony Shaw coming through. Free kick will go the way of Collingwood's Wes Fellows. Thought about the hand pass. Now he elects to go back and have his kick in towards the centre. Cloak has the ball tapped away. It's picked up by Dacos. Dacos puts it up forward. Could be a free kick against Woodall. It's called play on. Woodall coming forward. Try to get the hand pass out wide to Shaw. Shaw taps it on. That's Gary Shaw, taken by Tony Shaw, and it's through for 1 point.
And listen to the ironical cheers of Collingwood fans. They're delighted they've scored a behind.
It's their first score for the quarter, Sandy. And we're just on. We are now 20 minutes into the term.
Admittedly, kicking into the breeze, but no excuse.
Oh, good play, Rendell. He taps it wide. Banks comes across, does well. He plays it forward, though. It's a push in the bank. Back, not bank, back. And it's Dennis Banks who will take the free kick.
Well, it was a push into Banks.
Yes, it was. But it wasn't what I meant to say.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah. No point being honest, Sandy.
Here's Banks tumbling a punt. Coleman over the top to affect the spoil. Richardson paddles it down straight to Coleman. He uses his strength, gets through with a low handball heading towards the centre. Here they go scooting again. Osborne's waiting if he needs be for Barwick, but no, says young Douglas. I'll go up to Bernie Quinlan. And he goes in towards the forward pocket with Pert. Kept in play? No.
So I felt that Barwick should have hand passed to Osborne on that occasion.
Had him running with him on the right side.
And Osborne had, well, almost the whole ground in front of him. Could have touched the ball on the ground a couple of times. A bad error by young Barwick.
Here's the throw in once again. Over the top comes Pert. Shaw intercepted by Taylor. Oh, danger here. Osborne can run on in if he can pick it up. He does. Steadies. Fires at goal. It's swinging back and he's put through another one. They're running right here at VFL Park in this third term, Fitzroy. 12-12 to Collingwood's pathetic 2-6.
Well, I did tip Collingwood, tip Fitzroy before the game, Sandy, but I certainly didn't expect anything like this. I expected to see, Collingwood with the Richardsons and the Dacoses, ever dangerous, but just not to be. As on replay, once again, we see a great goal from Richard Osborne. 12-12, 84, 2-6-18. Rendell taps it towards Logan. Richardson coming into it. Neville Shaw, a good piece of shepherding. Richardson puts it wide. We see Reeves. Reeves against two Collingwood players. A good piece of shepherding from Woodall. Allows Moore to give the hand pass to Woodall. Woodall's kick towards goal. And Collingwood have brought up a goal. Collingwood's first goal against the Breeze. And very happy Collingwood supporters just at kicking a goal. They're certainly not happy with the scoreboard because it's 3-6-24 as Woodall accepts that hand pass and it's a lovely goal from that position.
A beautiful goal by Dale. But it's been a pretty cool afternoon for him. Not getting the opportunities. He spent some time on the bench. Here's the centre bounce once again. Rendell for the half-forward line. Side bottom does the roving work. Puts it out in front of his teammate in Turner. He overruns it. This allows Collingwood through Turner to come through. Twists, turns, gets out of stripe. Goes back towards the centre. Rendell gets the bounce. Gets taken out of it by little Tony Shaw, however, beautifully. In comes Banks. He looks to get the handball further forward to Gary Shaw. Another one. Into the space. Morwood overruns it. Richardson is there. Too much pressure on him applied by Pekin, however, and Bruce waits in the back to take it away. Sets up the long handball. Away goes Billy Logan, and the Lions are out of stripe once again. He sets sail for goal. Up towards Quinlan. Backs back in it now. McCormick has given away the free kick, and Bernie Quinlan will have a shot just 20 metres out.
It was bad luck for McCormick, but I feel if we watch a replay, and may or may not come, but I do feel that McCormick did have the hand on the shoulder. Bernie Quinlan, one goal to his credit so far. McCormick is one Collingwood player that really has tried his heart out. Quinlan's kick, there's no mistake about that. 2 goals to Bernie Quinlan, and it's 13-12, 90 points. Fitzroy to Collingwood, 3-6-24. Pekin, a great effort. From half-back, Pekin taps the ball wide. It's picked up by Paul Roos. Both of those players have played magnificent games. Billy Logan, another good player, but every Fitzroy player has taken part in this effort. There we watch the one hand of McCormack into the face of Bernie Quinlan, the arm over the shoulder. So it's 90-24. Centre bounce will be Fallows of Collingwood, Rendell of Fitzroy.
About to enter time on in this third term, Bob.
I think John Cale will be very, very thankful that time on is here. In fact, he'll be glad to hear the three-quarter time siren as the ball was put forward by Allen straight into the arms of Ross Thornton. So Thornton now from half-back. Puts himself under pressure, but his left foot kick covers plenty of distance and finds Gary Wilson, who takes the mark. Wilson, side bottom. Sees side bottom, out wide. Side bottom slips. Can't take it. Phillips comes in for Collingwood. Under pressure, got pushed in the back, and will take the free kick. Plays on. Another push in the back. Will he play on again? So it's Phillips from the half-back line towards centre wing. Peeking up, almost a mark to Banks. No, should not have been paid, of course, but he did bring the ball down slightly. Toomey, it's Osborne who forces the ball forward. Turner takes it, tapped it on. Tackle too high maybe against Turner of Collingwood. Still another free kick could have gone to Turner because he didn't have the ball and he was tackled. But umpire decides he let the throw-in take place. Fallows from behind, knocked on by Pert. Taken by Allen. A tackle too high against Allen, and he will take the free kick.
And he's not impressed by it either.
Well, he's only going to lose the ball if he keeps going the way he's going. I've always thought if it's your free kick, you get back and take it. Particularly when kicks are hard to come by for Collingwood.
There's a few of them would be delighted to have the stat put down, because some of them have gone missing.
It's a kick downfield. It's not going to be taken by Allen. The umpire deciding he had got rid of the ball first. So Gary Shaw gets it out to Tony Shaw.
He goes with a hurried kick to centre wing, under pressure. Matt Rendell can't take it. Morwood in late. Gary Shaw butters up again. Goes out towards centre half forward, puts it out in front of Richardson. Carlson will have pace to go with him. Who's going to be first? Richardson wins it. Onto the left foot he goes to Woodall. 1-2, Dale, it's yours. No, it's not, said the umpire. Yes, it is, said the umpire. Yep. So Dale Woodall, see here, 1, 2 grabs and maintains control. Now, he kicked a beautiful goal under pressure from this area. Yep, only minutes ago. Let's see what he can do. Attempting to post Collingwood's fourth. It drifts across the face of goal.
15 metres, maybe.
He's going to get 15. Yes, he is. So back we go again.
Well, Reeves did go over the mark in those circumstances. It was a bad error.
On camera, but he's marked his spot this time, Reeves. Knows exactly where he can run to. He fires at goal. A little closer this time, I fear. And he's gone. So Collingwood post their fourth. They're 4-6, trailing Fitzroy 13-12, a margin of 60 points on Seven's big lead.
Watch on replay. Mike puts the ball forward. There's the mark. A nice mark by Dale Woodhall.
Seven's Big League is part of the 1984 Nissan VFL Premiership season.
At VFL Park, Fitzroy in command right throughout the afternoon. They'd led by 32 points at quarter time and finally won the match by 42 points to move up 2 rungs on the Premiership ladder. Insofar as the goals were concerned, it was a real team effort by the Lions. Osborne got 3 and a number of players finishing up with 2 goals for the afternoon. For Collingwood, their major goal kickers, Ricky Barham 3 and Woodall also with 3 goals. The stats, Fitzroy on top in all departments, notably 51 more kicks, 24 more handballs and 17 more hit-outs. Time for our 2 winners in the TAB phone account competition, and they were Mr. B. Johnston of Ashburton and Mr. B. Corbett of Carnegie. Congratulations to you both. And the names of those 2 viewers go into the barrel for our end-of-the-year prize draw, and that, of course, is coming up pretty shortly with season 1984, not far away from that big one in September. We'll take a break. You're watching Seven's Big League for round 19. Back with more of the action in just a moment.
Scott Palmer takes a look at an action-packed round 19. Footscray and Melbourne battle it out for a place in the finals, and Stephen Phillips reports on one of the upsets of the year. Coming up next on Seven's Big League.
After a hard day's work, nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft. You'll find him somewhere back in nowhere. Way out there is where you'll find him. 50 dusty miles to go and 100 more behind him. There's nobody born can beat him on a horse that's bred to run. And he doesn't have to prove a thing, not one damn thing to anyone. Give me a beer, a Carlton draft. Want the coldest one you've got. I've got a thirst that's gonna need some special care. Give me a beer, a Carlton draft, 'cause it's brewed to be the best. With a Carlton draft, you know the flavor's there. Carlton draft's another name for real draft beer. And there's nothing beats a long, cold Carlton.
Is that ad finished?
Almost.
Sure you got the price right?
Yeah.
But you've put $9,999 on every Chimera in the ad.
Yeah.
But this one's got air. That one's got a 5-speed box, and this one's a wagon.
Well, it's a one-price Chimera sale, isn't it? Look, you can save up to $1,168, plus the $250 government rebate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Check out the $9,999 one-price Chimera sale at your Lion-Hearted Holden dealer. Roar in today.
A day in the life of a custom-toned kitchen.
Breakfast, everyone!
Coming, Mum. Can I have muesli, Mum?
Okay.
Coffee smells good.
Oh, love the new kitchen. Isn't it great? Custom Tone designed it just the way I wanted it. There's so much storage space. It's so easy to keep clean, too. And they had really nice styles to choose from. Hello, darling. Oh, dinner won't be long.
Oh, great. I'm starving.
What a difference a custom-toned kitchen makes.
From around $2,500 to $6,000 at a Custom Tone showroom near you 7 days a week. Or phone us for a free dime quote. Custom Tone, heart of the family home.
A dose of flu or a really bad head cold can knock you right off your feet. The moment it does, take extra strength Codral flu and cold tablets. With aspirin and codeine to relieve headache, body aches and pains and reduce the fever, plus a special drying agent to help you breathe again, you'll be back on your feet fast. Take extra strength Codral flu and cold tablets and walk away from flu.
Use only as directed. If symptoms persist, see your doctor.
All is not roses for Bodie when he falls in love, for it has far-reaching effects. A past relationship that means water under the bridge for Susan. For Bodie, it spells very real danger. Explosive action in the professionals tonight, 8:30.
You're watching Sevens Big League, and time now to go up to the sporting offices of the Sunday Press. Plenty happening today at all the grounds, and we say a very good evening to the sporting editor, Scott Palmer.
Good evening, Peter, and welcome viewers. What action in the Los Angeles Coliseum and on our own league grounds. 28 players were at it before the ball was bounced at Princes Park. 6 reports were lodged, and youngsters Glascott and Harvey were right in the thick of it. The others booked were Carlton's McConville and Essendon's Williams. Essendon coach Kevin Sheedy said, "We answered the big challenge, but I suppose you have to try everything in football. We loved it," said Sheedy. "It was a great initiation for my team." David Parkin denied that the Blues tried it on Essendon today. "We don't have the manpower, and that style doesn't suit us. We lost because we had only 8 or 9 contributing." Would you believe this story? A St Kilda player, Glenn Brown, is in tonight nursing a scalded ear. The Saint back pocket had somebody pour hot coffee over his head while he was diving for the ball against Richmond. The Saints' new coach, quiet man Graham Jelly, is a hero tonight. He said, "I'm so proud of the players for the effort today." Richmond's Mike Patterson knows the Tigers have blown it for the year, and he's blaming the free kicks. Mark Lee gave away 10 and Brian Taylor 7. Pathetic, disgraceful, disappointing. These were the words John Cale was muttering after the loss to Fitzroy. He was devastated at the loss and was amazed at how few kicks some of his star players got. David Cloak, 3. Abernathy and Williams also were injured today at a crucial stage of the season. A jubilant Robbie Walls wouldn't discuss the possibility of the Lions making the 5 after what he described as one of our best wins for the year. But he said it was unfortunate the Lions now had to depend on other sides winning and losing. Sidebottom has an ankle injury. Bad news for Geelong. Brian Peake is in hospital with what has been described as the club's worst ever thigh injury. Peake suffered spasms in the leg today. Mark Boss is also reported, but Tom Hapey said it was good to get back in the winning vein. "We're still right in with a chance for the finals," he said. Swans coach Bob Hammond spoke mainly of the club's future at Cardinia Park. He said the Swans were safe in Sydney and he'd like to be part of the future. But he has yet to decide because he's got 2 more supermarkets starting up in Adelaide soon. Hawthorn's Gary Ayres was reported in that boil over at Arden Street. And Alan Jeans admitted tonight, "I'm dumbfounded, shell shock. I had only 1 player today that won in his position," and Jeansy wouldn't name it. Barry Cable said that North had to suffer this year and is now on the way for 1985 when we'll be a very strong side, said Cable. His youngsters, they're all doing the job. "If we'd played with zest for 4 quarters, we would have won it today," said Ron Barassi after the Demons' loss. His side kicked 8 goals in the last term, but it was not enough. Footscray, according to coach Mickey Malthouse, enjoyed the tough encounter against another Final 5 contender, and he said, "If we make the 5, we deserve to be there." And I saw the game today, Pete, and certainly they do. Back to you.
Thank you, Scotty. Yes, it's very interesting with 3 of the top 5 sides being beaten today in round 19. Let's check the goal kickers. Bernie Quinlan now has a lead of some 15 over his nearest opponent. That's Tony Lockett, followed by Paul Salmon. Of course, he hasn't played for the last 6 weeks, but he was in the Essendon rooms today. Great to see him back on his feet. Mark Jackson, Brian Taylor and Simon Beasley. That's how they stand after round 19. Right, well, we're still a few weeks from the elimination final, of course, but today's Melbourne Footscray game at the MCG certainly took on the appearance of one, with both sides chasing 5th spot on the premiership ladder. Although it's 2 years since the Bulldogs beat the Demons on the cricket ground, and Melbourne has won their last 2 encounters between the 2 clubs, the Bulldogs are a game ahead.